looked at the clock in the middle of the night, and it says 3:04 a.m. Again? You're wide awake. Your thoughts are racing. You wonder, why is this happening to me? What's wrong with me? Here's the truth. It's not your fault. Your brain is doing exactly what it's wired to do. In this episode, we'll break it down. What happens in your brain at 3 a.m., why that moment is so vulnerable, and why you're not broken. Stay with us. This will change the way you see your night. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the Hour series. I'm Emma, a sleep and stress management coach, and I'm here again with Daniel. Hi Daniel, I am glad to see you again.
Hey Emma, it's good to be back.
So Daniel, last time you told us about waking up at 3 a.m. and feeling totally stuck. Can you share a bit more about what actually happens when you wake up at that hour?
Yeah, it's weird. It's almost always around 3 or 3:15. I wake up instantly alert, like my eyes just open. At first I lie there trying to ignore it, but my mind starts racing. Work problems, money, random fears, and the clock keeps ticking, and I think, if I don't sleep now, tomorrow will be hell. Yeah,
The spiral is so common. What's the feeling in your body when it happens?
honestly, my heart beats faster. My chest feels tight. I even get this cold sweat sometimes. It feels like my body is prepping for danger.
Your description is perfect. That's exactly the stress response kicking in. And it's not something you choose. Your body's wired to react. Let's demystify this a bit. Sleep isn't just off and on. It cycles through phases all night. Light sleep, deep slow wave sleep, and REM. Early in the night, you get more deep sleep. Later, like 3 a.m., it's mostly lighter stages and REM.
Sleep is not a single block of rest. Instead, it's composed of 90-minute cycles that shift between non-REM and REM sleep. Like a carefully choreographed dance, early in the night, you get more deep, restorative non-REM sleep. Toward morning, REM dominates. This pattern is universal, reflecting how the brain prioritizes different kinds of repair. Matthew Walker, Why We Sleep.
So that means I'm waking during a time when my sleep is basically lighter anyway?
Exactly. It's not failing. It's biology. Your brain is in REM, which is active and vivid. You're easier to wake. Add stress or anxiety, and you're suddenly wide awake. Exactly.
That actually makes sense. I always assumed I was a light sleeper or just terrible at relaxing.
Another layer is your circadian rhythm, your internal clock. Around 3 a.m., your body temperature is at its lowest. Your melatonin levels are high, keeping you sleepy, but your body is also preparing for the morning. Cortisol, the alertness hormone, starts to rise before you even wake up.
Our circadian rhythm is designed with predictable valleys and peaks. Around 3 to 4 a.m., body temperature reaches its lowest point, melatonin is at its highest, and the brain is in a maintenance mode. Yet it is also preparing to increase alertness. Before waking, creating a vulnerable window for awakenings. Matthew Walker, Why We Sleep.
Like a sneak preview of morning?
Exactly. But if your stress system is already on edge, that early rise in cortisol can be enough to push you awake.
It's like my body is testing the emergency alarm at the worst time. I hate that feeling, especially because once I'm up, my thoughts don't shut up.
That mental chatter is classic hyperarousal. Your brain is staying on high alert even when you want it quiet. And because sleep is lightest at that hour, it's the perfect storm for waking.
You know, hearing this almost makes me mad. Not at you, just all this time I've blamed myself. I thought I just sucked at sleep, that it was some personal weakness.
You're not alone there. Most people blame themselves when really it's a mix of normal biological patterns and stress responses.
Honestly, just knowing there's a reason makes me feel less crazy. I can't tell you how many nights I lay there beating myself up. I even Googled how to be a better sleeper at 3 a.m. like a maniac.
I love that you're so honest about it. That curiosity is actually what will help you change this. Because when you understand why you wake up, you can start responding differently.
Blaming oneself for waking up at night is not only unfair but counterproductive. Understanding that these awakenings are the product of natural, biological processes helps reduce anxiety, which ironically is one of the best ways to prevent them. Matthew Walker, Why We Sleep.
So, to sum it up, waking up at 3 a.m. isn't a personal failing. It's the result of sleep cycles that shift toward lighter REM sleep later in the night. Your circadian rhythm hitting its lowest point in body temp, rising cortisol prepping you for the day, and an overactive stress response keeping you alert. Your brain isn't broken. It's doing its job. It just needs help to calm down when it wakes.
I guess that makes the problem less personal, like it's not a moral failing.
And that's why today was just about awareness. It's the first step in changing the pattern. Daniel, I really want to thank you for being so open today. It's not easy to talk about these 3 a.m. wake-ups, the frustration, the guilt, the exhaustion, but you're not alone in this. So many people watching right now are nodding along thinking, that's exactly me.
Thanks, Emma. What you shared today really helped. Next time I wake at 3 a.m., I'll try to see it as normal, not something to fight. I'm looking forward to learning ways to calm my mind and get back to sleep.
Today was about understanding, about seeing the bigger picture of what's going on in your brain, not blaming yourself. Because when you understand why you wake up, you can start working with it instead of fighting against it. This awareness is your foundation, but it's only the first step. Next time, we're going to get practical. We'll talk about concrete strategies you can use when you wake up at 3 a.m. and your brain won't shut off. Things you can try immediately to help you get back to sleep, or even reduce the chances of waking in the first place. If you're watching this and you've been battling these early morning wake-ups, I really encourage you to come back for that next session. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and share this with someone you know who's struggling. If you have questions, or you want to tell us your own 3 a.m. story, drop it in the comments. We read them, and they'll help us shape the next episodes. You're not broken. Your brain is just trying to help you in a way that isn't serving you right now. We can change that together. Thanks for being here. See you in the next episode.